Okay.
All right. I will connect myself from the second computer in the meantime. You can share your screen. Oh, they kicked me out from Zoom. And what is the deal here?
So here's the thing. The other day, I was trying to, I was in full H and I was trying to do some scalping. So I think I sell and I put some stop loss
Uh-huh.
and I accidentally put my stop loss on on the 0.03 trade. So it was close.
So the point is that you closed the wrong transaction, correct?
Yes, I yeah, because when I set the stop loss that time I was driving, so I was I think I accidentally I thought I did it, but then when I checked back my the short term transaction, which is like, how come it's not set? Then I set again. So both of the trade was closed.
How much it was?
100 something, 140 something, I think.
Okay. Well, I'm not surprised. I heard this kind of a story many times, so it's kind of the hint for you to do not trade while driving. But the market already, when you zoom out a bit, you actually know that the market came to the level of 1-to-1 with the biggest correction in the whole previous movement. So
Yes.
what I would do, I mean, this down movement doesn't look extremely cool and strong. However, I see the shape of the potential speeding correction. So maybe instead of keeping your sell stop here, it's good at least to jump in the half of the hedge, even right now, or after the price will go a little bit higher, and then close this position once the price comes to the level of the geometric cluster here. Oh, fuck. See. So you can create this geometric cluster. Start from the bottom to the top, make the blue measurement, after that the red one, and you will see where the price potentially can go. Привет, Mateusz. So we can mark 50 and 61.8. Okay, and then red measurement. We can delete this. And this is our deep A. So start from the bottom to the top and move the zero to the top. Mateusz Mordo, co się nie odzywasz? Mateusz is shy today. Okay, and move the zero to the top. Oh, as you can see, the first potential geometric cluster is right here, actually at the level of 50%. So instead of just waiting, because it's how many pips is from the current price to the geometric cluster, like 100?
Um,
Not from the top, from the current price.
oh,
Ah, less than 100. Like 80, 60.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
hello.
So this is a potential down movement. So from my perspective, instead of just waiting, because the price can stop here, can go deeper, and so on, it's good to jump in the at least half hedge. I mean, 50%.
Can I?
Sell.
Yeah, can I full H?
Yeah, even 100%.
Okay.
And just wait until the price comes here. So after that, you will be able to close some of your sell position or all of your sell position.
Okay.
And basically that's it. Once the price will continue the up movement, remember that this is at the biggest one-to-one zone. So after that, it will be worth it even to wait for the overbalance. So I would say to do not make it extremely complicated, I would go with the hull catch and wait for the geometric cluster or overbalance here and just give the space for the market, to do whatever they want to do in the meantime.
Okay.
That's it.
Then I just new order, is it?
Uh-huh. You can delete the sell stop instead of that. Just open regular transaction for 0.02. Done. That's it. And those are the two spots potentially. So wait until price comes here, candle formation, and then you can close your sell and then set up sell stop below the general bottom. And then
Okay.
you will be able to add some buy position here. This buy position you closed yesterday by mistake. So you will take the movement from the bottom. Got it?
Okay.
Eventually, we'll have a look on that tomorrow because we'll see each other tomorrow as well. You can ask on the
Yes.
group chat as well. No worries. We'll fix it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys. It was a quick consultation. So let me share the screen. I told Rzepka to come and do the market update, but he's not with us. I don't know why. He don't want to share his strategy and his profit. He is just posting the picture. Oh, guys, I'm making money, but I don't want to share it with anyone.
Maybe he's too rich to be here with us.
Asshole.
Yeah, Polish asshole.
Douchebag. All right. Let me quickly have a look at what happened on US dollar index. Someone told me that there is an overbalance already. Let me see. Which is good because they stopped at the level of 1-to-1. This is the biggest correction. Yes. And that's the fact. We have an overbalance here on US dollar index. So somehow we can guess that this up movement is already finished. And I told you that from one side you can treat it as a B by itself, which is 0, 1, deep A, 3 waves B, and then wait for potentially C, but it doesn't look like the proper shape of the future speeding correction because it will be a deep again. So from my perspective, it looks more like A of the B. Now what I should do is to wait for the B of the B, then most probably expect the next up movement to see the properly written down, let's say C of the B, and then create the shape of the speeding correction again. However, the minimum distance they should fall down to is the shallow A. So they are halfway. Maybe just after overbalance, they will create some corrections. That's why we even jumped right now in the sell position in the GBP USD potentially, okay? Or they can just continue this down movement at least to the shallow A. Of course, they might fall down deeper to 50, 60, 1.8, wherever, okay? Actually, from this perspective, nothing has changed since Monday. The one and only good news for us is that we have an overbalance down. So in the longer perspective, we can expect down movement. So let me have a look what has changed since Monday here on our markets, on our charts. The price came to the 1-to-1. I'm not sure if this one, most probably the biggest. Oh. Oh. And as you can see, we have an overbalance. I told you on Monday that somehow I have a feeling that they will not continue the down movement, and it happened. So actually that's good for us. We can delete all of the remarks here for now. So thanks to this overbalance of the biggest correction, we know that the price should continue the up movement at least to the level of the shallow A, which is pretty much opposite to US dollar index. Do we have something on the daily? It's hard to say because of the gap. So I would say that this black body is too big to call it the hammer by itself. However, it doesn't really matter. It's just end of the potential B or A of the B. So we don't have to expect a nice and pure candle formation. But what we can do now? Now, if the price will give us a chance to join the market again, what I see is the potential geometric cluster here. As you can see, if we treat this up movement as a new impulse and put the 0 and 1 on the top, then the A is neutral. After that, we have a three waves B. So then we can expect somehow the shape of what? Of speeding correction. And as you can see, there is a first geometric cluster here for 50% and 127.2. And basically, this is what I would do. If you are interested in playing euro dollar, then you have two options. Option number one is to wait if the price will give us a chance to enter for buy after the correction, then it will be a nice spot to enter buy position. If the price will continuously goes up, then the first and only spot to think about selling is once the price reaches this first destination, which is shallow A. So we have two options. We are after overbalance. So from the technical side, we are not trading this kind of moments. The minimum for us is at least shallow A somehow after overbalance, or the correction after overbalance. So the geometric cluster for playing buy is right here, and it's like less than 100 pips away from the current price. And the shallow A to think about selling again, it's 140 pips away from the current spot. So the market started looking good. We have additional confirmation, which is an overbalance. We didn't have it on Monday. However, I don't see any spots to join the market right here and right now. Is that clear?
One question.
O Boże, dawaj.
What about the situation when the market touched 38.2 and 100%? We can treat like a geometric cluster or not?
In the sub movement, you mean?
Yes. Because this 1-to-1 and 38.2 is in the same level, I think. Yeah.
Well, as I said, from the technical side, geometric cluster means that the price should come to the level of 50, but after that, like we discussed yesterday, even during our evening call in Polish, you have to choose your style, and after that build your experience. So the proper spot to join the market according to the rules is right here. Once the price meet at the level of 50 and 127.2. However, if you go deeper, if you'd like to go for scalping, because definitely this 38.2 is not long-term transaction, but if you would like to do scalping, maybe once the price comes here, you can go to M5, M15, maybe this bottom on the left side will become a support level for those levels of the price. So after the candle formation, of course, you can try. Definitely behind you, there is an overbalance. So trying buying this market is not a bad idea anyway.
Okay.
Just this geometric cluster is safer than trying right here. Okay?
Yeah. So thank you.
GBP USD pretty much similar, but a little bit different. The price came to the biggest one-to-one, touched it yesterday. However, there is no H4, there is nice H1 candle formation, and of course there is no daily candle formation. There is no daily candle formation here in the bottom. So it's a little bit more complicated because we have more scenarios than on euro dollar. There is no official confirmation that the trend has changed from the downtrend to the uptrend. However, if the US dollar index will continue the down movement, anyway, GBP USD will go up. So I'm positive about this market. That's why I notified you at least 2 times to do not sell after this correction, do not sell after this correction. Right now, because of the fact that the price already came to the level, that's because of the fact that the price already came to the level of the biggest one-to-one correction. Maybe if you have some buy position higher, like Suron does, it's better or safer or easier for you just to jump in the full hedge and wait for the downtrend, down movement to close your sell position, or wait for the overbalance to have official confirmation. Because first of all, after the price touches the level of one-to-one, we can expect new bottom. And we have a logical confirmation why they should break the bottom, because below the bottom there is another one-to-one zone. Is it possible? Yes. From the other side, this stop might be a temporary stop. So anyway, the price can continue the up movement, touch the overbalance, so after that we'll have an official confirmation. In the meantime, when we go to the lower time frame and put non-official 0 in the bottom and 1 on the top, and treat this down 3 waves movement as a deep A, after that this 3 waves movement as a B, then I can create a geometric cluster. Not this one. I can create a geometric cluster for 50%. And 61.8, I mean 2 lines first, after that the red one, A to C, which is 100 and 150, not 27, doesn't matter. And it might be a common space between buy and sell scenario. That's why I suggested for Tusuron to jump in the full hedge. If she doesn't know what to do, it's better to be in the hedge and wait for the future movements instead of, just set up the sell stop below this bottom, because it's pretty far away. It's like 170 pips away from the current price. And those are the scenarios I see right here. Okay, what we have is only H1 candle formation. We don't have H4. We don't have H daily candle formation. However, this down movement, I guess, already created or not. Maybe it's one-to-one. Yeah, no. Already this down movement created an overbalance. So maybe, they will continue this down movement. We will see. Okay, that's why I said it's much more complicated. It's many more question marks here. So if you have some position higher and you don't know what to do, you are not sure if the price will continue the up movement or continue down movement and break the bottom, as I said, it's better to jump in the full hedge. Okay, and then give yourself 2 options. Whether the price comes to the level of the geometric cluster, creates the candle formation, and then you will think about exiting from your sell position, or once the price comes to the level of overbalance, and then we will have official confirmation that the trend has changed. So after that, you will wait for the correction and exit from your sell. I mean, maybe it's better or safer to give the price space inside of this zone because it's pretty small, it's just below 60 pips. So instead of, being activated, closing your position, being a little bit frustrated or angry, it's better to leave it and give the market space. If you don't have any trades open, my suggestion is to wait for the correction, at least to the shape of speeding correction. Clear?
Clear.
Yes.
Krzysiu?
Clear.
How is your heater at home?
Still not fixed. Today another guy is coming, so I have two of them. So we will see.
Polish professionals.
Yeah, first professionals made this installation, and then another one is trying to fix it. So
All right. NZD/USD. We had a false break after our call on Monday. So we have to move our one-to-one zone a little bit lower. And again, if this down movement is our last movement, then all we have to do is just to check the biggest correction, and we know the biggest correction in this down movement from this top to this bottom was here. So for sure we have an overbalance. Then this correction is the whole movement, this previous overbalance is the next correction in front of us. So let me measure it. Send it here, mark this one-to-one zone. So anyway, we have a space. We are in between, we are after the overbalance and next one-to-one zone. Again, I'm positive about the markets related to dollar. I guess that they will speed up soon and start going up more smoothly, let's say. But for now, what we have right here is this, I would call it 0, maybe 1, deep A, and this something doesn't look like a B. However, they hit the top from the left side, so we cannot expect the flat correction here. Most probably it's again A of the B, somehow B of the B. Maybe they will go higher. We don't know if they just hit the top and start falling down again to make the one-to-one and close the shape of the speeding correction, or just go directly to the next one-to-one. Again, a few question marks in front of us. The one and only thing what we know is that it's cheap. Anyway, if you think about buying this market in the long term, because this is the first market from the section from the basket with the markets related to dollar, where we have a nice and clear daily candle formation. All of us can recognize the piercing here without the problems, and then I guess that almost everyone can recognize the inside bar up. So we have two candle formation in one. So if you think about buying, I would say that the risk below 50 pips and sending your sell stop below the general bottom of the daily candle formation is worth it to take it. Okay, it's definitely easier to enter here. It's clearer to enter here, for example, than on GBP USD. If you think which market is better to play, from my perspective today, if you don't have any trades, it's easier for you to jump into this AUD USD. And pretty much that's it. That's it what we can read from this AUD USD. If you'd like to wait for a stronger confirmation, most probably you have to wait for the general overbalance then. And then, and then wait for the correction. But anyway, I guess that after overbalance and the correction, the risk will be bigger than it is right now. So if you think about jumping for the middle or long term here on Audi USD, because anyway, the situation is pretty stable here. As you can see, somehow there is something here. They cannot break this bottom. They stopped here many times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right now almost 6. And this is the daily time frame. So for me, it's worth it to take it. I mean, if I were you looking for any markets to play, definitely it's a good choice. For me, it's slow. So I prefer to find a faster market than Audi USD. But for those who are looking for something safer than maybe GBP or gold, is a good choice. Questions?
No, it's clear.
Let me have a look. Do we have any difference between Audi USD and NZD USD? We had a false break as well. We have a daily candle formation as well. Pretty big comparing to this all movement. I mean, the same size in the last 3 months, actually. No, November, October, and November. In the last 2 months, we had only 2 or 3 candles as big as this one. So from this perspective is good. From the general perspective is good because it's cheap comparing to the general price. When we go to the lower time frame, I guess that the price came to the biggest correction, which is this one. We marked this on Monday. However, after Monday, we had a false break. No, we marked smaller one. Okay, so let me mark the biggest. Overbalance is here. So if this is the biggest, so most probably I have to check this one. And 1-to-1. As you can see, there is 1-to-1 overbalance, almost 1-to-1 with the next one. So we can call it extended, we can call it extended 1-to-1 zone. Oh, ciach. So anyway, if you'd like to play safer, then you know what to do. Tell me what to do. Not everyone. Hi, one by one. If you want to play safer, what you should wait for?
For the overbalance and correction after the overbalance.
And because our 1-to-1 zone is a little bit extended, so you have to wait for the general overbalance and the 50% correction. Of course, you can try from the shallow way, as Mariusz asked at the beginning, but it's a little bit more risky way. Now, if you think that they will go up, and you'd like to put non-official 0 in the bottom, non-official 1 right here, A, somehow B, let me see if the market eventually, after the correction, if we will have any spots to join this market. Yes. So the first spot, let's say, will be somewhere here. The second might be here, 127, 141, and 61.8. Okay, it's acceptable. So once the price falls down, definitely there is not, I don't see the potential spots to sell. I mean, if you'd like to do scalping again and go to the M5, M15, most probably somewhere here on the top, there was the spot to enter for sell. Right now, when the risk crossed the, let's say, barrier 20 pips, I guess it's too late for scalping. It's just too much, in my opinion. And I don't see the clear candle formation right here. It looks like they would like to continue this up movement anyway. So my suggestion is to do not look for sell here, to wait for at least the correction if you'd like to buy it. Then measure the total risk, and as you can see, the total risk is pretty much similar to the risk from Audi USD. Audi USD. But the difference is that Audi USD is ready to play right here, right now. But for NZD USD, you have to wait a bit. So this is my scenario number one, if I have to create some forecast for that. So once the price falls down and touches the level of geometric cluster, then I will look for buy. Once the price will continue the up movement, then I will just wait for the general overbalance. That's it. So if you are looking for something to play right here, right now, definitely Audi USD is ready for that. For scalpers, even now with the risk of 6 pips and potential 26, awesome. And that the USD will be ready after the correction, but here there is no pure overbalance. So once you see the correction, you have a choice whether you prefer to enter NZD USD or GBP USD, because the situation is pretty much the same. Even GBP USD looks better because in front of us there is just a one-to-one zone. On NZD USD we have actually two one-to-one zones. And after that, from the technical side, the best is euro dollar, of course, after the correction, because here we have a pure overbalance and we are waiting for just the shape of the speeding correction. Okay, this is from the technical side. From not technical side, I mean, all of them are ready to play. It's all about the risk you would like to take. Clear?
Yes.
Gold. This up movement created an overbalance. Do you agree?
Yes.
This
Yes.
down movement created the shape of the simple correction. Agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
After that, this up movement created an overbalance of the biggest correction in the down movement, which is the wave B in this case. So actually the choice is simple. Buy only. There is no, after this drop, I guess it happened during the night or evening. There is no nice and clear candle formation here on H1. From the other side, the price touched the level of 70.7, which we can even call deep A after overbalance. However, on H4, we already have inside bar up, we have piercing. So actually, we don't care about our H1 anymore. So if you'd like to enter inside bar up, or even when the H4 will be finished here, 3 hours, 2.5?
1.5.
Yeah.
If the price will stay like this for another 1.5 hours, then we will have a morning star as well. And then the risk is a little bit bigger than on the currency market. However, still acceptable comparing to the other candles here on the gold market, which is 100, approximately 150 plus minus 160, 170, depends where the price will be after 90 minutes actually. So from my perspective, I don't care about the fact that the price already touched the deep A here. I will just buy and hold. Or if you have some trades higher, like for example Łukasz has, then I will just send my sell stops below this candle formation. It's okay, but because we already have inside bar up, we don't have to wait until the end of the time frame, because the third candle already hit the first one. So some of the sell stop might be already here. Some of the sell stop might be sent below this hammer right there. And pretty much that's it. And all of the rest is about the risk. If the risk of 180 pips is too much for you, you have to wait for the correction or reduce your volume, okay? To keep your risk steady. Okay? Is it worth it to wait for the correction? No one knows the answer for this question. Okay? If they will continue with the swing, then the correction will never come. So from my perspective, as you know, it's always better to jump into the market even with the smaller volume if you are interested in playing this market than to wait for the best possible situation. And pretty much that's it. I don't know, every time I restart the platform, parameters are changing. From the other side, you can support yourself with the pyramid. H1 is already not too late even, because if the price will close with the white shape and above the line of 50, you can read right here, which is already above 50, but we have another 27 minutes. Then even pyramids is showing that the market is ready to buy. So actually gold looks cool. Questions?
No.
Dow Jones, we are not surprised. All we have to do, few magic touches. Ram pam pam. And the waiting mode. We are waiting for bigger correction. S&P 500, pretty much the same. We are waiting for one-to-one with the biggest correction right here. Nothing to do. But DAX, it's already too late too. DAX yesterday, and I told you about it through the app, came to the level of one-to-one after this up movement. We found, even on Monday, I told you that for those who would like to try, this H4 candle formation is worth it to try to sell, but it's better to do it with the stop loss. Do you remember? But once the price comes to the level of one-to-one zone, it will be good to enter. And it happened already. So again, it's too late to join or think about joining the market right now. But if you'd like to be in the market, maybe you can just take the last movement, wait for the 50%. Once the price comes here, then enter again. If you'd like to support yourself with the pyramid, then of course, everywhere is already too late. So anyway, if you'd like to enter DAX, because this is the one and only market which didn't hit the top yet, then there is no spot to do it right here, right now. But generally speaking, it's not a bad idea to try it. If you have, of course, space in your toolbox. Clear?
Yes.
Clear.
All right. And then Euro JPY. Euro JPY hit the overbalance of the biggest correction. So let me take the bigger one. They didn't touch the one-to-one, which is actually good for us. Oh, and now we have few options like usual. Option number one is to wait for the correction, try to find the shape of somehow the correction inside in this movement. Maybe this, it was neutral. If we put, let's say, 0 and 1. After that, treat these three waves as a speeding correction and the neutral A. I will write it down maybe for you as a case study, if you want.
Yes, please.
So first of all, if we have an overbalance, we can put we can put 0 right, too much. 0 here, after then 1 here. After that, at the beginning, we had A, after that we had the B, and we had the C. And I told you that right here, there is a spot to enter the market for sell. Boom, the price fell down. So after that, once we see actually another three waves, we can treat it as an A. All of the shape of the speeding correction you can put in the category of neutral A. And after that, here we have additional three waves, which you can call it B. And then you can schedule another geometric cluster for C in total shape of the speeding correction as well. So once we know it, we can take the scale, set up the lines, which is 50, 61.8. Take the biggest correction, move it to the bottom, and as you can see, there is a first geometric cluster right there. Distance, 300. Risk, less than 100. If you reduce your risk and you will play according to the, not according to the volume, according to the percentage risk, actually it looks even good. What you have as a support, once the price falls down more, then you have another one-to-one zone right here. So there is additional 80 pips below the bottom of this current candle formation, and you can treat it as a support. So it's worth it to take it. If you accept the risk and accept the potential profit, the market is ready to play actually. There is H4 candle formation. This candle formation is tested. If you don't believe this just one advanced strategy, you can support yourself with the pyramid a bit. Then most probably once the price will go a little bit higher and hit the stop on the left side, the pyramid will cross the level of 50. So you will have the choice whether you prefer to use the pyramid only or support yourself with both techniques of playing. It looks promising. Clear?
Of course, clear.
So additional market to play right here, right now. Most probably, pretty much similar situation we have on GBP USD. So if you have similar situation on more than one market, then it's only about the risk, because the name of the market doesn't really matter. All of them are related to the same currency, so all of them will go in the same direction. Same story, we have an overbalance of the smaller correction and we are in front of the next one-to-one. So if we put the 0 right here on the top, 1 right here, deep A, 3 waves B, then we can expect C. Is this one bigger or smaller than that? Good. No. Same.
Oh.
Do we have something? I will mark the whole zone. What is going on? This is a zone for selling. And again, risk reward. If we talk about support level below the bottom, definitely here is better, but it's only about 10 pips because the new one-to-one zone is 70 pips away from the bottom. We have a daily candle formation. Well, H4 candle formation is tested. The current risk is bigger than on Euro JPY, it's 130. potential profit 290. So the potential profit is smaller comparing to the potential risk. Thanks to that, Euro JPY is better to play. Clear?
Yeah, of course.
USD JPY, it looks the best in terms of buying because we are at the level of 1-to-1 with one of this correction. Let me find out which one. I guess this one at least. Yes. Up. So again, risk reward. First geometry cluster is right here. Potential risk 180, the smallest. Potential reward 180. Potential risk 140. Pointless to enter. So, if you are interested in playing JPYs, then the best looking one is Euro JPY because the risk is acceptable and the potential profit is at least 3 times bigger. If you really would like to play GBP JPY, then potential profit is only 2-to-1. If you really would like to play USD JPY, then the potential profit is like 0.5-to-1. Okay? And then, next question, when you would like to play. Euro JPY is ready to play right here, right now. GBP JPY is ready to play right here, right now. If you would like to play Euro JPY only, then all you have to do is just to wait for the correction of this movement, minimize the risk and maximize the profit. And then, for example, after the 50% correction, Euro JPY will be the best to place because the best to play because the risk will be below 70 pips and the potential profit above 250. So it gives you the chance to play from 3-to-1 to 4-to-1. Okay, so again, it's all about the expectation, about what you want from the market, what are your target when you would like to enter the market. If you have the pressure of building your account to enter every day, whatever, then you can choose what is good for you. Clear?
Yes, of course.
USD CAD. We were surprised, and this is the biggest surprise of the week, which is this candle of 200 pips during the night from Monday to Tuesday or something like this. There was no news. We discussed the situation on the Polish call yesterday evening. So actually, I said what I said actually, that once I see this kind of the candle, I'm exiting from the market immediately. And I've done it, as you can see. I woke up, I saw the huge candle, and I exited from my buy position because I had the buy stop above the top. The stop on the left. I woke up, I saw it, even without the candle formation, I immediately exited from my buy. Because I found, first of all, that if you go to the daily or even weekly time frame, there is a support on the left side, as you can see. From these stops on the left, it's pretty expensive comparing to the bigger scenario. We are expecting down movement to close the shape of the speeding correction of 3000, and to the current top there is from 200 pips up to 500, something like this. So it's still better to think about selling than about buying, but this is me thinking in a long term. Okay, that's why I made a decision to exit from the transaction, because even if I don't have H1 candle formation, H4 or daily for now, once the price falls down this 40 points more today, we will have a daily candle formation. If they will stay in the consolidation today and fall down a bit tomorrow, and we don't need a lot, because the whole size of the candle is approximately 250. So 30% of the candle, 250 times 0.3 is 75 pips. So from this price, from the bottom, 75 is somewhere here. So they need to fall down until tomorrow additional 20 pips, and we will have a shooting star almost close to the top. So that's why I made a decision to exit it from all of my buy position and play sell only. But of course, doing it with the rules, what you have to do is to take the biggest correction, move it to the top, wait for the overbalance. After overbalance, wait for the correction, and then play sell again. The one and only question mark we can put here is if the correction after overbalance comes. Okay, because as we saw, the swing right here from this bottom to at least actually to the current top, because we didn't have the movement of the shallow A, is about 750 pips. So using this information, I realized that it's more worth it for me to still be secured from the top by using buy stop than to just wait for the overbalance correction and fix my situation on the market. If you play this market, then I suggest to have buy stop above the top, or at least reduce the numbers of buy and have more sell. If you don't play this market, I'm not recommending it. Don't think about playing USD CAD for now. The situation is a little bit fucked up. We need to have at least daily or even weekly candle formation. We can have it maybe tomorrow. We have many markets better to play than just, to fix this crazy situation on USD CAD. But if you have any transactions, then you have to deal with it somehow. And my recommendation is to think about reducing your buy positions or building your sell position. Questions?
No.
If no, then let me move to the next one. And again, the price came to the level we wanted them to come. I told you on Monday that if you think about entering the market, then minimum shallow A. And the price came here, I guess, Tuesday. We had a huge H4 candle formation. So actually the market didn't give us a chance to enter after H4. However, we had a chance to enter after H1 for a while. After that, we had a false break, and right now we have another H4 low. We have only H1 candle formation for now. There is no H4 candle formation here. I was looking for inside bar down, but this black candle didn't break the top of the first one. So actually right now the price stopped in between shallow A and 50%, stopped like less than 10 pips away from the level of 50%. I know that from one side, from one perspective, they stopped at the level of 1-to-1 right here. However, I told you, according to the general situation, it's easier for me to sell it and support myself with the buy stop. The same story like on USD CAD, because there is the same general Canadian dollar. So it's better for me to secure myself with the buy stop and play sell than to, collect few pips and play buy according to this 1-to-1. because behind us there is a 4,000 pips up movement without even shallow A. But this is, again, this is my approach. Your approach, and actually Mariusz asked on Monday if it's a good idea to enter buy with the stop loss below the candle. And I told him, yes, you can mix both of the scenario. You can wait for the shallow A to play sell, and in the same time join the market after, H1, H4 or lower time frame according to H1, just with the short-term transaction. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mariusz, did you enter the market here on Monday?
On GBP CAD?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, okay. So actually right now you can play only according to H1. The risk is, it's too big to enter right here, right now. There is no H4 candle formation. Most probably they will continue this movement at least to the 50%. So I will stay away for a while, wait until the 50% candle formation, and then think again about entering for sell. Euro Audi, easy. The price fell down without the candle formation, started going up, hit the overbalance. So once we have a big support from the bottom, we have a daily candle formation, we have a false break of all of those bottoms on the left side. This one-to-one zone is pretty strong. So I told you that our expectation is at least to hit this top on the left side. No, this top on the left side. But I'm not sure if we should think about selling. For now, I guess that we should focus on buying. Okay, we will have the next market update on Monday, so I don't like to predict the next few weeks. I would like to predict today and tomorrow. So my prediction is wait for at least shallow A, and market will be ready to play. What is this line from one-to-one zone? I will keep it. I will change the color. Maybe green. So the first entry point is at the level of shallow A, more risky one. Second, better level 50, and all of the numbers below 50, of course, according to the rule, cheaper is better, are more acceptable than higher. Okay? And pretty much that's it. Everything. Krzysztof asked us yesterday if the market came back already to the situation where it's more predictable, and my opinion and my answer was yes, we can predict the market movements much more than before the election. As I said, the surprise of the week is just USD CAD. All of the rest of the market made exactly what we wanted. So actually this week was good for those who played with our analysis. We had a lot of pips to collect, and pretty much that's it. So if you would like to sum up everything, how the USD will be ready to play once the price touches the level at least of the shallow A, but it will be more risky one. Safer once the price touches the level of 50%. GBP CAD for now, because we don't have candle formation at the level of H4 on an H4 time frame, I suggest to skip it for a moment. Maybe after the up movement 50% or 61.8, we will see. And the candle formation, I will send you the notification that it's worth it to enter again. USD CAD, if you don't have any trades, just leave it in the standby mode until the daily or weekly candle formation. I'm pretty sure it will happen, but I don't want to guess. USD JPY will be ready to play after the correction. You can choose whether you prefer the shallow A or 50%, just to reduce the risk, because the situation by itself is good to enter. However, the risk is a little bit too big. GBP JPY is ready to enter right here, right now, with the expectation of reaching the first line of the geometry cluster, which is minimum 2-to-1 risk reward. Euro JPY, as you can see, in the meantime, the price already crossed the level of 50. So even according to the pyramid, maybe I will enter as well. S&P 500 standby. DAX, you have to wait for the correction. Dow Jones standby. Gold, definitely ready to play. NZD/USD, I suggest to wait for the geometry cluster. AUD USD, I told you the market was ready to play with the risk of 5 pips. Right now, 2-to-1 for someone who likes scalping. It's already finished. GBP USD. Here, the situation is a little bit more complicated because from one side, if you are positive about the market, it's good to wait for the shape of the spinning correction and play buy. If you are negative, it's good to play sell, but it's too late already. So if you don't have any trade, just wait. If you have some transaction, maybe it's good to jump in the full hedge and give the market space to go to the geometric cluster directly or do the overbalance. And euro dollar overbalance, but we are missing the wave C as a shape of the spinning correction. And pretty much that's it if we talk about the markets. Do you have some questions?
Of course, yes.
What kind of question do you have?
Can I share?
Share what?
Screen.
Okay. Share your screen.
I want to ask, I have one general question. Because if you have some situation like this, when the market is after the overbalance, before the next 1-to-1, which is the biggest in the whole up movement. Let's imagine the situation when the price touched this orange overbalance. Which direction is more important for us after the correction, all this down movement, and sell with target to hit this 1-to-1 zone, which is blue, or new top, because the price done overbalance with the biggest correction on the whole orange down movement.
It's equal from my perspective.
Or we have 50-50 and that's it.
50-50.
Okay. No,
both scenarios are equal, but I mean, I didn't think yet. Where is my pen? What to do after, but I realized that GBP USD started being more swing market than technical one. So I'm thinking about moving GBP USD in the category of pyramids only. Because pyramids, once the market is a swing market, the pyramids are giving you much more than the regular way of using advanced knowledge. But right here, once the price will touch overbalance, once the price touches overbalance, I will not look for sell definitely at the level of shallow A. Most probably, I will think about selling around 50 or 61.8. Okay, because still behind us it will be an overbalance, and don't forget about this one-to-one zone right here. But you know, it's better actually once we know that the price can make a swing of close to 1,000 pips, I can minimize the risk by entering higher. Okay, just to eliminate the option of entering after shallow A only, because the distance to the potential general top is pretty big. And right now, actually half a year ago, we didn't know that the price can go 1,000 pips away from our position without the correction. Now, our experience is telling us that it's possible. So thanks to this, I will definitely eliminate the shallow A level in GBP USD. And then I will check what will happen after the price touches the level of 50 or 61.8. The best scenario actually is once they will start falling down after this one-to-one, go to the next one-to-one, it will be much more clearer. But this is our wishful thinking, so you have to play according to what you see, not according to what you want.
So in general, we don't have clear, I don't know how to say, rules, which is give us permission to choose more possibility direction.
No, if you ask me what is more important, this H1, this small one-to-one zone right here versus this blue one-to-one, definitely this blue one-to-one is more important. But if you ask me what is where probability is higher, this one-to-one above the top, let's call it number one, or this one-to-one blue one, I would call it equal. It's 50-50. There is no rule saying or telling us which one is more important for us.
Okay.
This is our range then. If you don't know what to do, this is your range. If you and you have to do all of the calculation according to this range. So you have to survive once the price hit the top, or you have to survive once the price, even if the price hit the bottom and go to the next one-to-one. That's why it's better for me to eliminate the level of 38.2 and start buying or selling exactly in the middle, which is 50%.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? No questions. All right. I guess that it was pretty clear. We didn't have huge surprises, just the USD CAD. You know what to do for today and tomorrow, and we will see each other on Saturday, not on Monday, with some of you on Saturday, yes. So book your spot for the consultation if you have some technical question. If not, then see you on Monday morning.
Tomorrow?
And mindset call? There is no mindset call tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
There is.
Okay.
Because there is Thursday, sorry.
Yeah,
There is
exactly.
mindset call, but on the mindset call, we are talking about the mindset stuff. So, but of course, if you have some technical question, I can quickly answer. So, see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.